I'd always wanted to be a writer. Before I could read, I was dictating poems to my mother, my long-suffering mother, and I wrote my first novel when I was 10 years old. It was, I don't know, maybe 10 pages long, and it was sort of based on derivative of everything I'd been reading about the Oregon Trail. And in high school, I wrote lots of dark poetry with the word shadow in it. And then I went to college, and I'd always been a reader, and just a voracious, avid reader. And by the time I got to college, I was able to see sort of all too clearly the difference between the stuff I was capable of writing and the stuff I most loved reading. And I thought, okay, I don't get to be a writer. I did very well in college as a writer, and I had, my writing process was that I'd wait until about 12 hours before a paper was due, and I'd brew a huge pot of coffee, and I would slam down coffee and write like a fiend and turn in a paper and get a good grade on it. And that worked fine for college, but it wasn't going to turn me into, Margaret Atwood or Hemingway or any of the people, Steinbeck, that I loved. But then in graduate school, I learned a lot more about the process that most writers depend on, most successful writers. The stuff that I was writing was what writers call shitty first drafts, that you write first just to sort of explore the territory, and then you go back and work on and work on. And so I learned about the kind of process of writing and revising and writing and revising. And that sort of allowed me to get serious about being a writer.